Would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hi, everybody. My name is Matt Haynes. I'm an audiobook narrator, and I'm here presenting the audiobook side of the literary craft.
Sorry, what made you jump into that?
Oh, well, I've been in the performing arts for 20 years, and suddenly you've got this singular form of being able to star in a one-person show and be in complete control of your schedule.
Oh,
And I just thought that was miraculous, and it is.
It falls apart when you get 6 of us. So, how's your con experience been so far?
Oh, I've been having a great time. I learned so much of these things, and it's just been fantastic. I've been mostly huddling in the writers' circles in the 300 wing and such, but. It's just wonderful getting to know what the industry is like from the writer's perspective.
As this is, if you guys can't already tell, this is my first radio experience. I've never done anything like this before this. My question to you is something that I always found, and again, it's a different situation, obviously, but do you ever go back and listen to yourself and you're just like, oh, God, shut up. I do that to myself a lot.
We do it to you, too.
I hate my friends.
Well, first of all, you get used to it, because after a while, you're not listening to the quality of your voice. You're just simply listening for technical things, like, okay, did I miss this word here? Did I miss this word here? What's actually something that I learned to do that I've never gone back from is when I'm doing playback, I actually speed up the playback so I can get through the process quicker, because all I'm listening for are word mistakes and sounds.
So you listen to yourself sounding like Alvin?
I do, and it's fantastic because it also eliminates that feeling of, oh God, that's me. It's like, no, it's not me. It's my little chipmunk self, So if I was saying in the book, to be or not to be, that is the question I play back. To be or not to be, that is the question. Whether it's just nowhere in the mind, stuff to the slings and narrows about it. It's like, oh yeah. That's that cute little guy who's reading for me. Okay.
I just want to listen to all audiobooks that way now.
Tiny stenographer.
Like The Stand read to you by Alvin would be amazing.
Oh my God, Stephen King's it. Yes, I need that. Oh, that's terrifying. If there was somebody that wanted to get into your field of work, what would you recommend?
There's a fantastic class that I can tell you about. And they have it biannually at this point, I believe. It's the one that got me started. And these things about audiobooks, it's sort of like taxes. You can piece it together for yourself, but golly, you gotta want it, and you gotta be sort of like into that. You gotta be kind of a tax nerd to do that. So if you're not already like an audiobook tech nerd or industry nerd, then I highly recommend this class. It's called the main thing by which you get a lot of your work if you're an independent producer is something called ACX. That stands for the Audiobook Creation Exchange, and that's the sort of Match.com of independent producers and independent writers, where producers give their audition and have their profile up there. My profile's up there. And writers throw out their material for auditions. But this is called the ACX Masterclass, and it's the one that I took 4 years ago, and it continues to this day to be a huge source of how I maintain myself and grow in this industry.
That's awesome. So I've got a question. Now,
Yeah.
I know you were saying you did mostly independent authors, but if there was a book to get your hands on to do, what would it be?
I would do
like the dream.
I would do any one of Stephen King's books that takes place in Down East Maine, because a lot of times you get listen, just about every accent there's kind of like a standard version of it that it passes as sort of like the universally accepted version of that accent. And I've got like now 62 accents under my belt, and a lot of them are like standard version of whatever is whatever, if the listener is listening, they're like, oh yeah, that's the person from blah, right? Now, but I happen to have grown up in Down East Maine. And so I have the experience that a lot of people experience when they're listening to an accent that doesn't sound like where they come from. So when I'm hearing people, say, the phrase I like to use is like, after you drop anchor at the harbor, you want to wash your hands before supper. Well, in Hollywood, they'll say, after you drop anchor at the harbor, you're going to want to wash your hands before supper. Hey, and
Keep going.
and then in the Down East Maine, at least with the older generations that I grew up around, it was like, after you drop anchor at the harbor, you're going to want to wash your hands before supper. Yeah.
I would listen to that for an entire book.
I want you to be my GPS.
All right, dear, you're going to turn right over there. Get ready. It's going to be the second one on the right there.
That is fantastic.